Hey YouTube, it is Elsie. It's Elsie here at Life at 5.0. Today we are doing a reading for Capricorn. How are my Cappies today? And you know, one of my very favorite people on this earth is a Capricorn. Her name's Kat, and she's wonderful. I think we get along so well, we connect so great because we're both sort of earth signs or fixed signs, and we get each other. So if you are fortunate enough like me to have a friend who's a Capricorn, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. They're just kind and generous and lovely and yeah, really sweet. So she has a twin, and her twin of course is also Capricorn, born on the same day, right? They're both really sweet. So yeah, so today we are doing a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We are reading for whatever the universe wants you to know for your highest good, Capricorn. You know, I think it's good to ask questions. It's good to ask questions of the universe, but I think that when the universe can give you advice of the thing that you need to know the most right now, I think it's really the if you need to know that thing right now, it's really the advice you should heed. I really trust in universe. If I didn't, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in right now. And I have been brought to this spot by just believing that, you know, the universe has got my back. Quite literally, the universe has got my back. So we're just going to ask for messages for the highest good of Capricorn from right now to the end of May 2019. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus and Jupiter. If you want to know your Sun, Moon, and Rising sign, please go to my About page. There's a link at the bottom where you can plug in your information, your time of day. If you don't know what time of day you were born, just use 12 noon or 12 a.m. I mean. Yeah, you can find out what your Sun, Moon, Rising sign is. And then go to the video that's just previous to this one. It explains it a little bit more and why you should know, you know, what all three signs are. Okay, here we go, Cap. I think we're good with the shuffling here. Just gotta do a cut. Here we go. Information, please, for the highest good for Capricorn for the end of May 2019. From this day forward to the end of May 2019. Ask Archangel Michael to come in and guide this reading, please. Any other guides and angels that are able to be present to help us. Help me read the cards for the highest good of Capricorn. All right. Woo! Start off with the Knight of Wands, the passionate knight. One that's coming in all willy-nilly. That plume is flying, moving fast, really fast. He's coming in and he's bringing messages of love, Capricorn. So let's see what else is going to go on after that. Look at that. And then there's the Lover's card. We've got the Knight that's coming in with love messages, and it looks like, you know, someone's ready to accept. That's what it looks like. Passionate messages coming in for the lovers. This could mean a relationship is on the horizon, but doesn't necessarily have to. It could mean that you're just feeling passionate about love for someone, whether you're single or married. I mean, it could be a renewal of passion in a marriage, or even in a close relationship. And the King of Pentacles. So it could be love with the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, of course, is the king who's generous and kind. Things bloom around him constantly. He's happy. He's in a good mood. He is generous, and he's always looking to give someone that last pentacle, right? Maybe someone who is a 9, someone who's single and who is abundant. He's looking for someone to give that last pentacle to. And there she is. Look at that. We've got a match set. Capricorn. We've got the Queen and the King of Pentacles here. They're both in the upright. And that indicates that there is love and marriage here. Good for you. Good for you. And it looks like there's passionate love and marriage here. That's what it looks like. Got the bookends. You know, but it's not without its strife. It looks like it's not without its strife. You know, the good thing is that this has come, this sadness, whatever it was, anxiety and depression has come to an end. And that's coming out right under the Lover's card. So There was something that you guys had to work out that was hard to work out. Maybe it caused, you know, maybe a bit of a tower moment. And Ten of Swords is usually, you know, something that could lead to a tower moment. So the Ten of Swords, if you're going to have it, it might as well be in the reverse. It means you're coming out of that sadness and depression. It also means death, right? The death of something old, beginning of something new. So this could definitely be a renewal of love and marriage for someone who is an earth sign. So that would be Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. If you are an earth sign and you're partnered maybe with an earth sign, I mean, it could be, doesn't need to be, right? It's just the energy that we're seeing here, that it looks like after some strife and sadness that maybe there's a renewal of love and passion, and that would be awesome. It looks like there was maybe a time when there was, you know, not everything was illuminated here. It looks like there might have been some confusion, not really the clarity that you needed coming out of this sadness here. But it looks like whatever happened here, the death of whatever happened here, did give you clarity about what is to come next, or what is going on within this relationship, maybe to strengthen it. So clarity has come, but not until after this this Ten of Swords has been dealt with. Somebody's feeling still a little bit defensive, but that can happen, right? After you've come to blows, essentially verbal blows. It could be verbal blows that you've come to, you know, arguments, pain, sadness, whatever it is that you had to overcome as a couple. That can happen. That can happen, that you still feel a little bit defensive after. This person is protecting something precious behind that door. So he's waiting for people to attack him. So that could possibly be family. Sometimes, you know, when a couple is having a hard time, then sometimes the family gets involved, and it's not necessarily their business, but they will tend to get involved, and that can cause problems with one or both of the people that are in the relationship. So somebody's still feeling like a little bit defensive, like they have to defend maybe their honor, defend their outlook on the relationship, or defend, you know, how they feel about things, or, you know, maybe you're feeling defensive about getting back into the relationship. Maybe your family thinks that you should let it go, and you're like, nope, we're hanging on because we still have love and passion. So that could very well be as well. It's the inability to drop something, the inability to finish up the loose ends of a relationship, because you still feel like there's love and passion there still. Looks like somebody was either on the verge of or is going to walk away. So I see that the Lovers ran into some trouble, and it looks like someone is about ready to walk away. Whoever that is feeling defensive, feeling like they have to defend whatever they're feeling, whoever they are, whatever they feel, their opinions maybe. Look at that. Look at that one here. And it looks like someone wants to bring in a gift of love, and it looks like it's stopped dead in its tracks. So, interesting. Very interesting. Let's look at the bottom here. And looks like we're in the Eight of Swords, so feeling in deadlock, not really being able to make a decision, feeling bound, feeling like you can't make a decision. Yeah, exactly. That you feel just stuck, caught up, stuck in the situation, sort of at a deadlock. So that's the overall energy. Interesting. If I could, please ask a question about this Ten of Swords that's in the middle of the reading here. Somebody's feeling like there was an end to something. But the Queen and the King are in the upright. So somebody that was feeling like there was an end to something, I'm hoping it was the end of strife and sadness, maybe the end of not being clear about what was going on in the relationship, maybe. Someone was feeling left out in the cold. So perhaps it was a conversation of clarity that was had about feeling left out in the cold. They don't want to feel left out in the cold anymore. They want to come back and make things work in the relationship. And they want to add the passion back in there. Another card for the Ten of Swords reverse, please. Oh, there we go. Threw it right at me. Yeah, looks like there might have been a little bit of deception here. So deception, when I say deception, it doesn't necessarily mean that someone was lying to you. It could very well mean that someone just wasn't telling the whole truth. And that could very well be, you know, someone who had feelings for you and didn't tell you, or had something to say and didn't voice their opinion. It doesn't necessarily mean someone is stealing from you, although it could have been stealing your self-confidence. It could have been stealing your confidence in you in this relationship. You know, if the clarity hadn't come, perhaps someone is ready to call it quits here. It does look like someone might have been walking away, and it looks like they're walking towards this gift here, this gift of love. Like it's sort of stopped in its tracks, but this person is walking away because they're feeling defensive about everything that's going on here. And so I think here you were thinking about walking away, and here you are walking away. So yeah, that was before the clarity came. So maybe it's clear to you that you need to leave because you want to go find happiness. You want to go find someone who is willing to give you what you need. Where are we here? Okay, so a feeling of victory, but you know, when you come out of the when you come out of the moon and you have a little more clarity and you have a little more, you know, you've released your fear, of what might go on, but you're still repressing your emotions and you still have some confusion. So although there is some clarity, you could be feeling a little bit of inner turmoil and defensiveness. This person here has won the battle, but not necessarily won the war. You know, he's looking all smug in his ego because he's got everybody's swords and everyone else is feeling defeated and walking away. But it could definitely be an ego thing, you guys. So just because you're coming out of the moon doesn't necessarily mean you've got it all figured out. And if you feel like your ego, if it's your ego that feels like you've got it figured out, then you're really in trouble, because the ego is not something you want to live from, not at all. Again, we've got you're pretty sure that you're coming out of the Ten of Swords, that there's no more left to say, that there's no more, you know, that there is transformation happening. You know, whatever you were arguing about or feeling tense about, it looks like it's over. The sun is here, which is good. It's illuminating everything that you needed to know. You know, happy children, if you've got children in the family. The sun doesn't leave anything to the imagination. It illuminates everything. But just knowing that after some clarity, I wonder if that's where the defensiveness comes in, and that's why the person is walking away. It looks like you're going to, you know, after being in the Seven of Wands, you're going to move to the Nine of Wands, and you're going to come out of that pretty easily. So the Nine of Wands being the wounded warrior waiting for that last attack on maybe your ego, or maybe you're feeling attacked by the family, or just your partner or lover. That could very well be, could be why you're feeling like you want to walk away. And you just want to put down the burdens. Your back is sore. You've been carrying a lot of burdens for a long while, and it's time just to put them down. Put them down or walk away, one of the two. The Devil is here, and Devil is in reverse, which is good. The Devil being in reverse, you know, it's releasing stuff, right? You no longer want to be chained to the ideals, the thoughts, the things that made you sad, the things that make you defensive. You don't want to be stuck to those things. You don't want to be chained to those things anymore, and I don't blame you. It's going to cause more harm than good in this relationship. Why do we have the Eight of Cups here then? Who walked away? Did somebody walk away? Is somebody thinking about walking away? Yeah, it looks like, well, you're thinking about maybe going a new way, having a new start, maybe in passion. That makes more sense about why the Knight of Pentacles is here, but kind of at a dead stop. Yeah, it looks like maybe there was someone else you were thinking about that could be, you know, could be considered a lover, or maybe lovers, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be one. Maybe you're just, you know, in this marriage here, and although there is love and passion, that, you know, perhaps it's not enough to keep you there. You know, that person is your match. You're in love, you have passion, but maybe it's just not enough to keep you in the relationship. You're tired of being chained to wherever you don't want to be chained to, and tired of being defensive, and tired of carrying all these burdens, Capricorn. That's a heavy load. You can't carry all those and expect not to want to walk away in the end. Someone has got to help you with that. And then there's the Seven of Wands again, you know, feeling defensive, protecting things that you think that, you know, could be ideas, could be ego, could be many things. So why is the Knight of Pentacles here then? Ah, you've planted and you're waiting. Okay, so you've planted the seeds, you're growing and you're waiting for the harvest. It's not quite ready yet. So the Seven of Pentacles, there's one here, that's the Eight of Pentacles, which is harvest. And you could very well just be waiting, you know, to harvest another relationship, essentially. You're stuck about it, though. Maybe you've made a decision. No, I think that you're still stuck about it. I think you're still thinking about it, whether you want to jump into a relationship or not. And it's giving you strife. It's giving you regret and sadness. You know, there's other things here for you. There's two other cups here that you still have emotions in, but you're very focused on what you don't have. So maybe it's time to look outward to what you do have and be grateful for that. I need to find out what's going on with this King and Queen of Pentacles here. What's going on here? What's the King of Pentacles? Why is the King of Pentacles here, please? Justice. So your King of Pentacles wants justice. He wants to know what's going on. Are you in or are you out? What's going on? He just wants a decision to be made. He doesn't know what's going on at this point. And he's waiting on you to make a decision. But I have a feeling that he's always waiting on you to make the decision. Yeah, there's no more partnership here. You're not working as a partnership any longer. So he's just wondering, you know, he doesn't want to make the first move, but he's just wondering if you're going to make the move to heartbreak. So he's waiting to get his heart broken. He's waiting on you to make the decision. So, because he doesn't want to break your heart, he would rather have his heart broken. Why is the Lovers here, please? Lovers here is because he's someone from your past. You have a bond with him, a deep bond that you don't have with anybody else. So he is the person who continues to be your default, because you're looking nostalgically back on the relationship and you don't want to let that go. You want to hold on to the nostalgia of the relationship you had with him. So not necessarily the love, Capricorn. You're not necessarily holding on to the love. You're holding on to the thought of love. The thought of, you know, we've been together for so long. Is it really time to give this up yet? That kind of thing. Yeah, it is time to give it up. Time to give it up. It's broken, you guys. It's time to slide on out of there, I think. Yeah, and do it with kindness. Do it with kindness and love and temperance. You are friends, after all. So can you please tell me why the Knight of Wands is here, please? Knight of Wands is here. You're feeling a little bit defensive about passion. So maybe there really isn't any passion happening here after all. And you want victory. It looks like you do want victory. You want victory in passion, but you just don't want victory in this marriage anymore, I don't think. Yeah, there's no wishes fulfilled here. It's coming up it's coming up upside down here. So the Queen no longer has her wishes fulfilled by her King, and she's not really making any. So we're in a deadlock here. Nobody's making any judgments. Well, he wants to make a judgment, but he's waiting for her, and she's not making any judgments. She's not making any decisions on whether or not she is going to leave the situation or not completely. She's waiting for her Wheel of Fortune. So she wants to close. She wants to close this cycle, but she doesn't want to be the one to close the cycle. Oh, you're in a deadlock, guys, and that's probably why this is coming up here. Yeah, that's probably why. One more card here. Yeah, the Queen of Passions is not having it. She's not in the upright anymore. I think that we will ask about any other messages here. Any other messages? for Capricorn, end of May 2019. From now until the end of May of 2019, are there any other message for Capricorn, please? Somebody's watching you. Somebody's waiting and watching, waiting for conversation, watching you on social media. Yeah, there's the Page of Cups. There's no messages of love coming in here. No messages of emotion, it looks like. And Seven of Swords. I mean, coming out of the deception, which is good, that maybe there can be some conversation, hopefully, regarding the relationship. The Seven of Pentacles, nobody's harvesting anything. You're just waiting. You're kind of waiting and waiting for someone else to make a move, and no one is. But you really, really need to get out of whatever it is that you're in that's making you uneasy, and you need to get to a place that is, you know, to calmer waters, I guess. Calmer waters, you need to leave the relationship, maybe. You need to leave wherever it is that's making you sad. Because there's just nobody making a decision here. Y'all are in a deadlock. The Judgment. Judgment in reverse. Judgment in reverse. Yeah, self-doubt. Self-doubt and, you know, having an inner critic talking badly about yourself, and just ignoring essentially what you should be doing because you're so up in your head. So, you know what, I'm just gonna, for some good news here, the universe has your back here, because I really do believe the universe has our back. I think that we go through these things, these ebbs and flows, for our good, because we have to learn how to make these decisions. But just remember though, when you wait on them, and if the universe has to push you into these situations and through them, that it doesn't happen kindly, because you're not ready for it. So let's just get some good news from the universe has your back. I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with eyes of love. And it is possible to do that, right? I mean, I'm trying to do that at the end of my marriage here. I'm trying to see it differently, like see with the eyes of love rather than the cynical eye that I saw with when I was in the marriage itself. So it is helpful to do that. When you're in the toughest times, it really is helpful if you can see someone for the first time in the eyes of love. When I lean toward love, I am led. So be led by love. Whatever you do, be led by love. Love, that's all there is. That's it. That's it, you guys. It's love. So, and love is love. It doesn't matter who has the love and who's giving the love to who, and, you know, if they're the same gender or the opposite gender. It really doesn't matter. Love is love. And when you lean toward love, you're led to wonderful things. So I think it's a good way to finish off. I hope that things are going to work out for the better. I hope that you work it out. And, you know, you guys are both in the upright here. It is a salvageable. I believe it could be salvageable. It doesn't say here that you're really going to stay in this relationship for a long time, but you have the nostalgia, you have the background, you're friends, you were lovers at one point. So, you know, there's no reason why we have to, you know, find a sharp knife and cut everybody out. We can do it as adults. We can be kind to each other, you know, and if you're not going to have nothing nice to say, then don't say anything at all. And that's really something that's been going on for ages and ages, right? Our grandparents, our parents, everybody told us that. So, okay, I'm going to leave it there, though. I hope that when you lean toward love, that you are led in the right direction for what's going on here. If this did resonate with you, please let me know by leaving me messages. I would love to converse about you if you have any questions, or converse with you if you have any questions. And that's it for now. Hope you are having a good night. Thank you for coming by.